Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, August 24, 2022. Today's transits are good for planning to make changes and improvements, mainly related to your life path or long-term objectives. This influence is a supportive one. You're focused on new beginnings, projects, and ideas, and you can feel quite hopeful about where your life may be heading. If you're feeling unsettled, it's time to experiment with new ideas and plans or dream up new visions of where you'd like to go with your life. This transit brings a focus on social activities, teamwork, friendships, group connections, and the community. You more frequently and seriously consider what makes you happy and your involvement with others as you ease off pressures to perform or accomplish. The Sun, celestial ruler of your stability-seeking second house of comfort, finances, and value systems, will debut in sensually driven Cancer today, bringing energy and vitality to your 11th house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world. Looking for Mr. or Ms. Right? Now that the Sun is beaming through your social sector, there will be plenty of opportunities to connect, mingle, and get your schmooze on. However, it's the Moon square to Mars and Venus in Pisces via your expansive 9th house of opportunity, creating tension between the desire to go with the flow versus making the conscious effort to commit to a brand new opportunity. Focus on your loyal connections. Your attention is focused on your communities now that the Sun is in Cancer. Cancer season is the perfect time to network. You can intuitively yet deftly pick out who will be worth networking with. As this new earthy season unfolds, the Sun will encourage you to build strong, reliable relationships with certain groups and individuals who can sustain your professional advancement. You may even become loyal to following a few of your professional aspirations. Utilize the determined pace of Cancer season to focus on select professional communities and aspirations. This could prove a busy day for you on all levels. Professionally, you could attend a lot of meetings in which you receive a lot of useful information. Socially, you may attend at least one party, or perhaps just meet with a group of friends for drinks or dinner. On this occasion, you're apt to find the banter and camaraderie shared by people you care for not only stimulating, but relaxing as well. Enjoy your day. You have to face up to an inner test of strength, constantly pressured by other people's problems. They might even hurt your feelings or wind you up. Take a constructive approach to this difficult situation by seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen your own position and to emerge from the argument with greater self-confidence. You like to daydream about having one of those proverbial houses with a cute white fence, but today you'll be too distracted by work to think in the abstract. That's okay. Work first, dream later. You have every right to simply have fun with others, but with this attitude you rarely experience the feeling of true love. Being a great heartbreaker limits your experiences, not allowing anyone to break through the barrier you place around yourself. You feel sad and lonely and wonder what it is you're missing. One quick phone call to a friend may turn into an hour-long discussion about the meaning of life. Be conscious of the fact that there is a great deal of momentum building in your mind at this time, and that once the dam is opened, you may soon have a gigantic flood on your hands. Be careful of releasing all this energy at once, even though you may not seem to have any other choice. Self-discipline may come harder on this day than usual for you. The effects of this vibration can see you more scattered and easily distracted. 1. But on the positive side, it can add a spring to your step and lighten the atmosphere considerably. If you can go about your day flowing with the natural essence of this vibration, you will find that you can get things done and enjoy yourself at the same time. You'll also have plenty of energy left over for whatever kind of social fun is possible later on. The Moon will always spend its final hours in your career sector aligned with the dwarf planet Eris, the warrior princess of the cosmos. This has been the case for the last 9 decades and will be for decades to come. As well as leaving you with your professional instincts sharp, this will leave you with your warrior and competitive spirit fueled. The difference this time is that Venus and Jupiter are just days away from giving this professional year its second wind. Since his return to your relationships sector in 2008, Pluto has spent from April to September in retrograde motion, with a chance to step back from some active months and review the journey so far. Pluto's retrograde turn today is the start of his last full retrograde phase here before leaving next year, with the doors opening to the past just as support for friendship and relationship building is at its peak. Our eyes in the sky. The Cancer moon shares some frustrations in the sky while forming a square with Jupiter today. When it comes to matters of the heart, this energy could throw you for a serious loop. Try to maintain your patience, understanding, and diplomacy should any conflict arise in your love life. Emotions are likely to run high, and Cancer lunar energy is extremely emotional, so things could get ugly quickly. The energy here could amplify issues that might not ordinarily be such a big deal, so try to be mindful of that and keep things in perspective. Unfortunately, the atmosphere doesn't lighten up much as the evening progresses. The moon continues to encounter frustration as it forms a square to Chiron. With all of this going on in the cosmos, you'll want to be on the lookout for manipulative behavior. People might begin to obsess over the ways in which they feel they've been wronged, and you definitely don't want to be in the crossfire when they lash out. If the tension becomes too difficult to manage, you might want to postpone any personal interactions until things cool down. On the plus side, Chiron sends some helpful energy to the moon, so if you're able to keep calm and talk through your issues, you're likely to evolve and strengthen your relationships tonight. Don't let fear stand in the way of letting your sentiments be known. Understanding boundaries with friends is going to be super hard during this new moon, mostly because you're the one who's unable to adhere to the structure and limits in your relationships. The advice is to resist the urge to text too much. Be cognizant of the volume of communication you send over. While we can trust our head to steer us in the correct direction, we should aim to be heart-centered in our approach. The next 2 days are an excellent time for starting things, but not for seeing them through if they require extensive planning or patience. In the morning, the Cancer moon squares Jupiter in Aries, augmenting optimism. Emotional comfort may be sought through the discovery of new spiritual insights or education. Although we derive pleasure in the familiar, under this influence, we are curious about how different cultures live. However, this transit can also facilitate blind spots that leave us vulnerable to taking too much on faith. We can also find ourselves spiritually bypassing dilemmas that require a rational solution. Aim to stay high-minded without being avoidant of life's complex realities. Before noon, the Leo Sun and Vesta, the goddess asteroid of divine inspiration, oppose each other in the sky. We now find ourselves asking, is my passion somehow at odds with the image I'm presenting to the world? Vesta in Aquarius suggests that we be inclusive of the diverse needs of those within our communities. We may be wondering how we can define our personal identity through humanitarian or innovative group efforts. Even though these ideas seem opposed, they are not intrinsically at odds. We must know ourselves, and know ourselves well, before we can stand as an example of an idea for others. The point is not to claim leadership and authority by force, but to be a pillar that inspires those around us to act. This transit SUG celebrated rather than scrutinized, because they have made us the person we are today.